So Kyle, you all ready for your survival trip?
Dude, I am really all right. So
We're gonna die. We're
I'm
totally
setting up-
gonna die.
I was setting up to film. I was out in the field working all day the last 2 or 3 days. I'm setting up for filming tomorrow, and I had to move like 15 toilets by myself and like stack them up. And anyway, I strained my back really fucking bad. When you were talking about Rush being on all those painkillers, I was thinking like I'm on a lot of muscle relaxers right now just to keep me sitting in this position. So if I get a little loopy as the show goes on, I'll blame that for sure. But we're mostly ready. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't want anybody to freak out, but we don't exactly have a spot to go yet, okay? Now, don't worry about that because we've got, well, I'm filming tomorrow, obviously, so I won't be doing anything then. But then there's Saturday, and I've got Saturday. And on Saturday, I'm going to find us a spot to do our survival trip, which is happening on Monday. But don't worry, because everything's already in motion, and there's no way to back out now.
No, it's better.
It's
better that you don't have somewhere to go. When you're surviving, you don't get to pick your little survival cobble. You get dropped in the middle of nowhere, and you have to make do. So I say you just walk a preset amount. You set on your little pedometer like 50,000 steps, and wherever that is, you got to survive.
For Jay's benefit,
Is it
here's
weird
this-
that I'm wondering why Kyle has 15 toilets?
No,
No,
I don't even question why he has things anymore.
It's for a shoot, I'm sure. They react well to bullets.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot them.
Here's the deal. It's Kyle, me, Dr. Chiz, and then not playing by the rules, our cameraman, who's Patrick from How I Became. And he's going to have a tent or a tent cot or something like that. He's going to have camera gear and food and all that stuff. So he is not out there starving. And thankfully, we don't have to share our squirrels with him. Squirrel.
Like the cameraman on Naked and
Yeah,
Afraid.
that's what I said. I was like, look, I'm not sharing my squirrel with fucking Patrick. Like, he's going to bring some Snickers because I'm not splitting it 4 ways.
Yeah,
it's just not going to happen.
I tell you, you know how we're using these 22s to shoot squirrels? I'm bringing a shotgun and birdshot. Fuck it. If I chase away, oh, shut up, you. I can hardly. Fuck you. I love you though. If I chase away a squirrel too by shooting with a lever action iron sight cowboy style rifle, then I will break out the shotgun. I have got to eat.
No, I want to go by Kyle's uber strict rules because about 9 hours in, when he starts fiending for number 5 from Taco Bell, he's gonna wish he had a shotgun there and a few pellets and a tasty squirrel. Like that's, I want to see you guys cheat a lot, but only by yourself. Chiz can't know. You guys have to. You guys bring
like,
a lot of like Snickers
laughing at him,
and stuff.
just
Yeah, he's shivering. You guys have like a bottle of wild turkey over there, just like enjoying yourself. He's sitting there with like one of those nasty army rations. I would love to see him suffer.
There's energy bar wrappers all over the place, and we feign ignorance. Like I don't
Empty
know.
boxes of Cliff Bars.
Google real quick.
I have lost 9 pounds in the last month or something like that. Maybe more. And
You're about to lose more on that trip. Too.
I think so. I don't know. I'm not sure. It doesn't stay off on survival trip weight loss, but it has to be fat that gets burned. It must be a step in the right direction.
Well, some of it's going to be muscle, too.
Yeah.
You're not going to be getting 100 grams of squirrel protein a day, so some of that is going to be muscle.
For sure.
Well, you can definitely shoot the squirrels with a shotgun legally. I probably should have known that, but like it just seems so unsporting that I would think it'd be one of those
Oh
things.
my
they don't
god! So prior to the last time I visited Kyle, I was such a terrible shotgun shot that it was kind of remarkable.
like. Dude, they're not flying squirrels.
They will be after I shoot them.
Vaporized.
So he would throw clay pigeons in the air, and I would miss them until I got good last time. I don't know if I'm still good now. I haven't done it since. But on a bench rest or even off the shoulder, I'm a normal shot. But I don't know. I worry that I'll miss with my 22. I'll still try that first.
Oh, another thing I want you guys to do, I think would be funny, is like after every day of clips or whatever, you have to spend like 3 or 4 minutes like alone, like Blair Witch style, laying down with the camera just in front of you, and you can a confessional, and you bitch about how the other two are just really aggravating you, like fucking Chiz got 60 pounds of extra energy hanging off his body, and he's eating my squirrel. Fuck, he can't sit around for a couple days, and then.
Dude,
Kyle get in there, complain, shot all the squirrels today, didn't get to eat them all.
We're going to transform Chiz. That's a whole nother topic. But Chiz is going to look like, you won't recognize him a year from now. It starts on Monday. But the smoking thing is going to be gone. Smoking anything out of the window. We're going to get him doing demo and construction on a daily basis. Sleeping schedule repaired. And he's going to be a whole different guy. It's not a boot camp. It's a new life.
Is his sleeping schedule fucked up?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Yeah. You know, dude, everyone on YouTube has a fucked up schedule. Like, there's just nothing to sort of tie you into normalcy.
I go to sleep somewhere between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Dude, the big deal is when you, like, they go to the blackout curtains. Once you go to blackout curtains, anything can happen.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It's a mistake. That house that he's moving into, the guest house, it doesn't have blackout curtains. He is going to have a reasonable sleep schedule, and it's going to do wonders for him physically.
Blackout curtains. All right, let me take that back. If you just don't give a fuck and you don't have a real job or a girlfriend and you don't really care if you gain a little weight and you just want some awesome, awesome sleepy time because that's the best thing in life if we're being honest, sleep, black those motherfuckers out. When it's pitch black, and I mean like a cave, there's something different about that kind of sleep. It's like being back in the womb. It's zero light. You black out, and when you wake up, you don't know if it's 4 p.m. or 4 a.m., and you don't fucking care.
No,
that's when I travel.
Blackout curtains are a slippery slope to pee jugs and the pizza guy knowing your name. You don't need that in your life. You need just open the blinds.
Who told you about my pee jugs? It was one time.
Oh, I mean, everybody's used a pee jug once, but they don't make a habit of it.
I've never used a pee jug, and I don't think...
You've never used a pee jug?
You've never been on a long road trip where nobody else wanted to stop?
Look, I used to be a FedEx driver, and I lived by the pee jug, a.k.a. Gatorade bottle.
Did you ever have close calls where you panicked and you had to cut off the pee stream, or were you pretty good, a lot of foresight?
I made sure that there was plenty of volume left over in the bottle, if you know what I mean.
I pee in my car all the time. All the time. I go
Not like
so
literally
far,
in the car, though, like right in a container in the car.
No, just right on the fucking seat. Yeah, in a container. I'll get like
gotcha.
and always plan ahead, like, right? So if I've got to make a long drive, I don't have time to stop or whatever. And like if I'm driving into Atlanta to pick someone up from the airport and I know I'm going to hit traffic and I might be sitting there for 4 hours, totally going to bring a Gatorade or a Frappuccino from Starbucks, one of those glass bottles, because my dick can fit in that bottle. And I can, because if you're just trying to like press the head of your dick against like a 20-ounce soda bottle, then you're just one slip away from pissing everywhere like that. Well, and you're driving, so you can't stop.
That's why you need the Gatorade, you know, the 32-ounce like Big Mouth bottles.
So your penis doesn't fit in the Pepsi bottle?
Absolutely not.
Woody just uses those size. Oh, never mind.
So you don't. What about a Coke can? Does it fit in a Coke can?
Oh God, that would be a nightmare.
Large plastic pixie sticks.
None of that. But yeah, I do that all the time.
You guys don't use a straw?
I always thought a catheter would be the worst thing. That's what I thought of.
I've never
either.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Challenge.
But on the survival trip, this one's going to be better. I'm very excited about having professional video. Patrick has a whole spreadsheet of video ideas. I don't know.
He approached us with it last time around, and the issue was, he's all the way in fucking England. But this time around, we were like, let's make this happen. We got to sponsor the show. We'll get him over here, and I think it's going to be really good because he's got all these great ideas. And it's not like he's got ideas like, all right, the gang gets together and they make a human pyramid. Like, it's not bullshit. It's like segments. It's like, let's make sure we film this aspect, that aspect, this aspect, and then follow up with that to sort of tell a story. We're filming kind of a miniature documentary next week, and there's no way that it's not happening because it's someone else's job to do it, so we can't fuck it up.
See, I've even got it. Like, Let's see. He has the length, like 3 to 5 minutes, how the trip is going to work. 3 to 5 more minutes. Intro to the crew. An equipment video. Show what people have in the bags to survive. The armory, the guns. Daily vlog videos, 10 to 20 minutes. PKN in the wild, just like, an episode of PKN during the survival trip. An episode of PKA during the survival trip. I bought some new equipment so we can do the audio in that properly. Q&A. Cooking with Kyle. Kyle shows off his culinary skills with the food caught. But he has like a whole bunch of ideas here, and how many of those videos we're going to have, and like the schedule, and like it's going to be professionally shot and edited, and it's going to be...
I'm very excited about the videos that are going to come out of this. It's going to be... I felt like we did a pretty good... We're only there for like a day, but we had good videos last time. But it was, me and you shooting each other with cell phones, basically. Mm-hmm. This is going to be great. This is going to be better than that. And it was good last time because it's interesting content. We're doing cool shit.
It's a mix, right? Because like some people like the confessional type stuff and the sort of update, and other people like the pro side. He's got it all covered. I have very high hopes about bringing in a real camera crew, and from a PKA standpoint, like I hope this serves as a example of what we can do. So the next time we want to do a PKA adventure, whatever that is, skydiving, go-kart racing, something or other, we're like, this is the kind of shit that happens when you bring us in, and it'll be easier to make these trips go. Like it should be cool, which is why we invested in a cameraman.
Yeah, let's mention our sponsor, right? It's what are they called? Or
Battlebox, I think. Or maybe we shouldn't. Well, fuck, we just did. Yeah, so Battlebox is the business model is similar to Loot Crate in that they ship something to you every month, but the difference is it's survival and tactical gear delivered monthly, and they have a bunch of different levels and stuff. I'm sure we'll talk more about it in their videos, but yeah, so they're making this thing a reality, and I'm grateful. And I haven't got my gear yet. It's supposed to come tomorrow.
Yeah, the gear. I'm glad that they're getting us gear, because it's going to be like the little odds and ends that I just don't want to go pick up, because it'll get expensive if I have to collect all that bullshit again. I don't want to go get another fire starter. I remember we got into that fire starting bullshit last time, and Wings was so competitive. And look, I don't want this to be me hating on Wings. Don't think of it that way, because I love the guy.
Of course not.
He is the worst at making fire. And the worst part was he was fixated on it so much. He made 3 fire making videos, and he discussed making the fire in at least 2 additional videos, and he was discussing the fire in every PKA that surrounded this time, but he never ever made a fire.
There was one camera. Like you'd see him striking it, and you'd see him putting sparks on something very flammable. But we don't know that. Unless you know something I don't.
Go watch the video. Look. Here's how it is. He's got a big pile of hay in his backyard, and he's striking it. Even if he did set it on fire, like that doesn't count, because the whole idea was like go into the woods and find stuff there and make a fire with that, because that's what we're doing. He gets the pile of hay. He strikes. You see a little smoke. Then the camera cuts off, and then it cuts back on like a hard cut, like camera off. It comes back on. It comes back on, and all of the hay is fully engulfed. And he's like, whoa, look at it burn. Look at it burn. It's just like, that's a fire, boys. And it's just like, all right, you can stop making fire videos now. That's good.
It might just be that he found it difficult to film, because it took him a while to start the
Shall I link you to my fire video?
No.
No, I don't want to watch anybody make fire.
Exactly.
This isn't the year 2. Nobody
Year
cares.
2. But I know that I've done stuff where it's like, all right, sometime in the next 40 minutes an interesting thing will happen, and maybe he missed the magic moment. I don't know, but yeah. I
So
wonder
aside from shooting, do you guys have a plan for like traps to set up, shit like that?
So here's.
I think I'm gonna make the structure much like we did previously.
He was talking about food traps.
He was, yeah. That's the only planning I've done. I was like, I think the structure plan worked out okay. Traps, we should learn how to make a trap. I was asking Kyle, will there be a lake we can fish in? Oh, that's a thing. Not legal.
No, they
Can
wouldn't be real traps. You would set up one of those like box falling traps. You'd run over there with the camera shaking behind Kyle, lift it up, and find like a cheesy gordita crunch. and then you would eat it. Before
Oh,
Chiz,
that
like,
would be
you guys
hilarious
have-
in a video.
Yeah.
Imagine this: like the camera's on me, and I'm just like, come on. And I'm like aiming up into a tree at a target. Like, don't move, you'll spook him. Don't move, you'll spook him. It's a big one. And then finally, and you see something tumble out of the tree, and I run, I grab it. I'm like, I got it. And the camera's come from behind me. I can't really tell what I've got. And it gets up there, it's a Big Mac. It's like, I can't believe I got it. You can just eat it fresh, just fresh.
Yeah, but you guys need to both be there when it happens, and then have a quick little like pseudo argument, like, should we take some back to Chiz?
What we could
He doesn't
do,
have to know. He's had enough of these for a lifetime.
we could take the contents of the battle box and have them drop in via parachute, like Hunger Games, like Twinkle Twinkle
Yeah,
Twinkle,
yeah.
and then
Oh, that's funny.
like a
that.
knife.
I was thinking, and
look,
Kyle
look-
could be like tracking something down, looking for like droppings, and he like moves from leaves and finds like a Pabst Blue Ribbon or something, like cracks it open, takes a drink, he's like, still fresh. You see a rustling, and someone has tied like fishing wire to a bottle of wild turkey, and they like loop it around a tree, and so then they start pulling it, and Kyle goes off into pursuit to tackle it and take it back. But I was just thinking.
Unfortunately, we can't actually trap stuff. It's like there's like a law against it. Like there's a trapping season and trapping permit. It's a whole other thing. We can't trap. So
It's not every aspect of life, but when it comes to killing shit, Kyle is Captain Law abiding.
it's not necessarily, if I'm being honest, like if you and I were in the woods doing this without a cameraman there, if a rabbit jumped along, blow his fucking head off and let's eat him. If a crow flies over a dove, like a partridge in a pear tree, I don't care. Like, we're out here to live. But
Can't
what
eat
you
crow.
never, yeah, I'll eat a crow, literally.
So sick.
What you never do.
I
even
wish
eat
I
crows,
knew that.
shark meat. The problem is that you're uploading it to the internet, and we're kind of notable in one way or another. That's the whole point of this thing. There's like 500,000 of you who listen to this shit every week in one way or another. So we can't upload us committing crimes
Here's
and
the
show
thing.
500,000 people.
Whatever I kill out there is a squirrel. I don't care if it's a fucking deer. It's like, look at that squirrel right there. It's 200
In
pounds.
Georgia,
Coming
you'd
right
be
at us.
better off shooting. No, in Georgia, you'd be better off shooting a black man than a deer out of season. Like,
Whoa.
don't-
think there's no dark meat on the menu.
oh, no cannibalism on this trip. We talked about this. No cannibalism.
None?
No, none. No, you don't want to shoot a deer. Like they'll literally take your vehicle away from you. The Red Ranger would be lost
Really?
forever. Yeah.
You can come to Missouri and shoot as many deer as you want. They're a huge problem. Like you don't even have to buy tags hardly.
There's no season or anything?
Missouri.
You come to the great state of Missouri, take as many deer as you please. Like it's like
I don't know
nobody
if that's
cares. I saw
like Texas
7 in my
pigs.
backyard yesterday.
Really?
Like and I'm in a relatively urban area. I go
We're
metropolitan area.
going to
There's
see deer
everywhere.
on this trip. We'll see deer on this trip. I saw a bobcat when I was back there the other day. I had never ever seen one in my life before, and I've spent hundreds of hours in the woods. Saw a
Fantastic. So
bobcat.
now that we go without any shelter, right? We'll be sleeping on like a pile of sticks. The bobcat come back. But dude, this
You can
trip
use
is
a
going to be
bobcat.
awesome. The content is going to be incredible. I don't know how many videos, but something like a dozen-ish. And or more, maybe more, because
bet
there's daily vlogs. There might be 20 videos.
Yeah, it depends how they're cut up. You know, if you're getting 45-minute videos, then maybe there's a dozen of those. I could see something like
There's
that.
going to be a
being-
lot of content, and it's
Lots
going to
of
be
content.
pro, and I'm psyched for it. Just
Yeah. Just wish we had a place to go.
that's on you. The only
Here's
thing
the
you
thing,
had
like,
to
just-
do. You had one job.
Dude, I've been doing it. So